And we are back live. So hopefully this works now. I wonder how the quality looks. I mean, the quality is bad, but it's still, like, visible, I guess. 360p, the quality is... the quality is not ideal, but, yeah, I mean, hopefully it works. Let me know. Alright, I see one viewer. Hey, Dabrowskiego. Welcome, buddy. This is our first YouTube stream, just, getting the hang of things. Have you been keeping up with the franchise mode recaps on Discord? I'm doing a recap for Red Boy anyway at the moment, but yeah, it's a pretty awesome season so far. I wanted to thank Red Boy for his contributions to the data new scouting tactic, because look at this steal. First, I'll do Tage Thompson actually. Alright, yeah, makes sense. So first, let's do the recap of Tage Thompson. So Tage Thompson was a guy that we signed in free agency. He was 86 overall, but he only wanted $2 million because Buffalo managed to ruin his career. Don't ask how. In his rookie season, at least in terms of NHL, because we started in 2019-2020, he put up 70 points, but then after that 33 points, and then he got injured, and then Buffalo started healthy scratching him the season afterwards, and then they just didn't play him. So then we saw him in free agency, and initially I was like, well, this is unrealistic, but then I saw the circumstances, and then I was like, you know what? Let's sign Tage Thompson. So we signed him for 1 year, $2 million. And then he put up 41 points on the third line. So then we signed him again, and he put up 49 points on the third line. And then we signed him again, and then he put up 57 points on the third line with some power play time. And now he's become a first liner for us. He's signed to a $8.5 million 4-year contract. Whoops, accidentally left the screen. But yeah. And then there's Sam Bennett, who was a massive trade deadline acquisition all the way back in 2019. We traded a first-round pick and a prospect for Sam Bennett, thinking, he would be there for a few years. But now he's become one of our major pieces, putting up 70-ish points per season. We got Cole Caulfield via free agency, because all the rosters were updated, so we actually just signed him. Cole Caulfield is our latest acquisition. We signed him to a 6-year, $10.8 million deal. So here's the story, right? We initially thought that we would be losing Tarasenko at the end of last season. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. So Tarasenko, oh my god, we have 4 viewers in here. That's crazy. A lot of people are watching. Wow. I love that, dude. This is awesome. It's good to see so much engagement for once. Maybe I should have started streaming on YouTube earlier. But anyway, so the story is that Tarasenko wanted $12 million after putting up 104 points. So we let him go to free agency. But then I simmed to September and he was still there. And he wanted $6 million. So we traded Eli Tolvanen, which was one of our major pieces, for a first round pick and Nick Ritchie. and to free up $6 million cap space so that we could sign Tarasenko to a 1-year, $6.1 million deal. And based on his production, that is so worth it. So the pieces that are still there from the actual Ottawa Senators are Tarasenko, Stützle, yes, yep. Tarasenko just gets better and better at age 35. He just keeps on getting better. Look at his stats right now. He has 76 points in 53 games as a 36-year-old. Brady Tkachuk. The only pieces we still have are Stützle, Tkachuk, Tarasenko, and Pinto for offense. And defense, we still have Sanderson, Chabot, and Brandstorm. And then we replaced Korpisalo a while ago, and our new goaltenders is this. So here are our lines for Season 9. 87, 89, 94, 91, 89, 90, 87, 85, 84, 81, 84. Yeah, we won 3 cups in 8 seasons. And we won 3 cups in our last 6 seasons. There's a couple of prospects too. Vayat Trainer, we drafted this guy in the 5th round. 87 overall. 5th round. 160th overall. He won Rookie of the Year, by the way. This was his rookie season. No, Tarasenko expires after this season. It was a 1-year, $6.1 deal. Oh yeah, Tatar, one of our issues used to be 4th line, but look at this. Even the 4th line is producing 23 points and a plus 19. Actually, Red Boy, the plan was Cole Caulfield on the 1st line and Trainer on the 2nd line. Tarasenko, we actually let him go to free agency. I was just explaining this to Dabrowski-Ego. But Tarasenko was asking for $12 million last season after putting up 104 points. But no one had cap space, including us. So by September, he wanted $6 million. So we traded Eli Tolvanen, which was one of our former first liners, for a 1st round pick, and Nick Ritchie, who's been great on the 4th line, and got rid of his contract, which was a 5-year, $6 million deal. And then we signed Tarasenko to a one year deal. So Cole Caulfield is the future, because Cole Caulfield also gets a +3 on the 1st line. But I wanted Tarasenko to not drop too much in overall, because he's 36 and he has bottom 6 potential. So I'm continuing to play him on the 1st line. So in terms of the youth, we have Bear Gallant. We drafted this guy 2nd overall because we traded for the 2nd overall pick to select him. He's actually been taking his time, but this season he's starting to break out. He's going to be a beast. We also have Ola Svensson, 84 at 25. And we have Vayat Trainer. This guy, dude, I have to thank you, Red Boy. Without your drafting strategy that you gave to Data, I would not have been able to uncover this guy. I drafted him in the 5th round. And then he won Rookie of the Year. This is the best player, the best deal I've ever drafted. Look at this. When we drafted him, he had 0 points in USA. And then, yeah, so true. I already have 3 cups in this franchise mode in 8 years. 3 cups in the last 6 years. Look at his shooting. 5-star shooting, 5-star puck skills, 4.5-star senses. So we have some youth that's coming in as well. Defensively, we finally got rid of Jacob Chikrin last season. Because we couldn't afford him anymore. But instead, yes sir, Jake Sanderson. Look at him. Look at these numbers. He finally got the opportunity to play on the first pair rather than the second pair, and he's taken full advantage of it. Shabbat is still there. Yep. Pablo Maselli is another prospect. I drafted this guy in the 3rd round. He should be really good as well. Eric Brandstorm, Kavanaugh. Defensively, we're a bit more young, as you can see. And most of these guys are guys that were drafted quite a long time ago. Goaltenders, we drafted this guy in the 2nd round. Adil Baig is our starter. Look at these numbers. .928 save percentage out of nowhere. This is one of the big reasons why we've been so good this season. But his Achilles heel has been that he's never good in the playoffs. So hopefully he does well in the playoffs. Scratched, we also have no, we won 3 cups in our last 6 years. We have Artem Kumatov and Cole Sillinger. This isn't the real Cole Sillinger, though. That's what's funny. This is a fake Cole Sillinger. The real Cole Sillinger is on Columbus. So, yeah, so far this season has been our best season ever. We're 42-9-3. We had a 14-game win streak in the middle of the season. Last season, we started the season 13-0. We're breaking records out here. Stützle has 84 points in 54 games. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so, Dabrowski-Ego. We're hoping to make this the best franchise mode I've ever done. No, I can't trade Sillinger. Because, see, here's the explanation. So, when roster editing, there is a chance you do some mistakes. So, one of my biggest mistakes was that, because this is NHL 20, so some of the prospects actually do exist as like 15-year-olds. So Cole Sillinger was one of them. So this is the Cole Sillinger I created and I sent over to Columbus. And the Cole Sillinger on our team is a duplicate. So we have to keep him as scratched because he's not even supposed to exist. So that's the reason, if you look at Cole Sillinger, if you look at the Cole Sillinger that we have, that's the reason that he's played only 21 games in his career. Because he basically plays for when we have no one but him on injuries. But yeah, we have been trying to destroy this man's career. Because he's not even supposed to exist. So yeah, we can't trade him. Anyway, with that recap done, I'm gonna do a quick recap using the award section. I will say, Red Boy and Dabrowski-Ego, the full franchise mode recaps, if you do like a search and you filter it by from A.J3245 in hashtag your franchise mode, you can read all the recaps. But since I want to get started, but yeah, we won 2 cups in our last 5 years. We won 3 cups in our last 6 years. Other than us, the best teams in this franchise mode have been Colorado, Vegas, and Vancouver. Vancouver is like an upcoming team We've also won the President's Trophy last 4 out of 5 seasons. Yeah, no, there are no league or team records in NHL 19 and NHL 20. That was a new feature, I think, for NHL 22. So the best teams have been Vegas, who's made the finals twice, and they've won a cup once. Colorado, who's made the finals 3 times, and they won the cup twice. And Vancouver, who's made the finals twice in a row, and they've won 1 cup, as well as, of course, us, who have been the dominant team out of the Eastern Conference, as you can see. Individual awards, Stützle already has 3 Art Rosses. He has 3 Hearts. He has 4 Lady Bings. As you can see, Vayat Trainer won the Calder Memorial a couple seasons ago. Stützle has 2 Conn Smites, and Claude Giroux had 1 Conn Smythe, just to be reckoned with.